Hello my friends, Dave Schramm here of SchrammGuitars.com, and today I'm going to show you how what the details are on the neck guillotine that you saw in one of my previous videos on creating the slots in a Spanish style neck. I had a comment by one of the people on my channel that commented and wanted to know how I make this. So let's go check it out. All right, so here is the neck guillotine, or the neck slot guillotine. I'm going to show you the dimensions. Now, when I made this, it was probably 25 years ago. I just used whatever scraps I had around the shop. So this part here, the base is 1/2 inch Baltic birch. Same thing with the neck part here. The guide, slot guide, is 1/2 inch. Reinforcement for this 90-degree angle. It's just some cheap hardware store 3/4 inch. At the time, that's what I had around the shop. And I got some drywall screws here. They're 1.25 inch drywall screws. I got one here, actually 2 on each part here. And then this is also glued and screwed in there. So let's talk about the base. The base has a center line down the middle. I'm going to use inches. It's about 8.25 in width here, which is about 210 millimeters. And the length, (11 inches in length, or around 281 millimeters. So that's that part. The face part here is also 8.25, or what did I say it was, 210 in millimeters or something like that. And it's the same in both directions. So it's 8.5 by 8.5. I mean, sorry, 8.25. Let me double check. Yeah, around 8.25 this way and this way. Now on the face plate here, where you're gonna run your saw, this is 4.25 inches, or close to 110 millimeters. And then the width of this slot here is 3 5/16, or about 83 millimeters. Now this can be whatever suits your guitars, but you want it enough so that the heel block will fit through here and have some room for it to move back and forth this way as you create your angle for your slots. Okay, again, this is 3/4 inch plywood. Mine is rounded over here like this so that I can get a clamp over the heel. I actually use a longer clamp for that, a deeper throated clamp. And then I use clamps to hold the neck on here too. So you could use those toggle clamps, the Destacos or whatever. Eventually I'll do that to this. I just haven't done it. Or maybe I'll just make a new one. Now you're probably wondering about these bevels. We'll get to that in a minute. Now to create the wedge, this is the wedge-shaped 1/2 inch plywood. It's 1/2 inch here to a feather edge on this side, so whatever taper you want, okay? That's just what I wanted, 1/2 inch to this taper here. This is gonna get clamped on here, as you saw in the video of me using this. So you look that video up. And it goes to about maybe about a ½ inch more than the width to this part here. So it's probably about, I don't know, here, let's measure that length or width. So that goes to about right there. So about 6 inches. 6 1/4 inches, or about 160 millimeters in the width there. Again, I'm going to talk about this taper in a second. If you want just flat slots to use a double wedge, just make the same thing, but at a 1/4 inch. This is 1/4 inch MDF. Okay, so I don't stack those, that would be massive. But anyway, I have 2 different options. So if I use the double wedge per side, I use this. If I want a single tapered wedge, I use this. Then I have this wedge, which is about 2 1/4 square. Has a taper. This is used to wedge the heel block against here, because the heel's going to be resting against this side. I need something to fill the gap. So you make this to whatever you need for your needs. Okay. I think I already mentioned the center line that's on there. All right, so let's talk about this part here. Okay, so when I originally made this, I used this type of saw here because it's all I had in the shop. This, what do they call this, a back saw. It's about a 16-inch long blade. So when the neck was in there, this would run against there, and I needed to get something out of the way of the spine, so I had to create that recess so the spine could get in there. Then I went to this type of saw here. This is a flush trim saw, and it's reversible. I push this lever, the blade flips around, so I can go this way or this way and flush trim. So that would go on here this way. What I didn't like about this was this bevel right here. So my depth was only limited to this, which is about an inch and 1/8 depth cut. So I was limited by this. So this was the second saw I used. The one I use now and I totally love is this Japanese saw. It's around a 288 millimeter blade. You can get these off Amazon, I believe. I can't remember the name of it, GYOKUCHO or something like that. Sorry, I'm probably killing it. But I think the description is in my other video on how to use this device. So this nice flush trim, I can go as deep as I want. Works on the pull stroke. It's got great accuracy. So if I were to make one of these all over again, I would not put this recess in there because I don't need it. Neither do you unless you're using one of these saws here. Use the Japanese saw. These are awesome. They cut fast, super accurate. I love them. Got total control with it. All right, so if you have any more questions on this device, just put something in the comments below. I hope this was helpful for you to make your own. Oh, I think I should mention this. This overhang right here, forgot that part. It's a 1 5/8 inches, which is 40 millimeters. Hope that's helpful for you. That gives you more support for your blade. When the neck is sticking out here, you've got some support. Otherwise, if it was on the edge, you might do that and get some bad tilt in there. I think that completes everything. Have fun. Love to see your own if you make one, and love to see it in use too. All right, everyone have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Thought I'd tag this on the end of the video regarding the saw. It's a 270 millimeter blade, and let's see, where's the brand? Here it is, GYOKUCHO company. So there's the part number. Hopefully that's helpful for you. Do this a little bit slower there so you can see those details. So that's the blade that I'm using.